building on that, the importance of culture and the importance of trust in the culture of organization is important to communicate the change, and the effectiveness of town hall speaks for that. Okay. The second thing could be, what is the agenda of the town hall? Are we trying to push down the decision from top to bottom, A, or are we trying to bring the employees on board with a sense of a little autonomy given to them? That also dictates the effectiveness of a town hall meeting. So in the before panel, we were just having a discussion and somebody mentioned that they decided to go ahead with no meeting Wednesdays. That is a very big signal of how town hall meetings, or meetings when they are one-sided, they go unheard because people or employees within the company go unseen and unheard. So my next question is, when a town hall meeting is meant to align hearts and minds on board because it was meant to be transformative, why do, more often than not, it opens a floor for rumors to fit in? And so in asking this question, I'm asking you to reflect on what kind of rituals or practices are more essential post a town hall meeting to make the impact of town hall meeting precise and impactful. So rituals and practices post town hall meetings that could actually bring in back the trust from the employees in the organization, if you have witnessed any or if you've been part of any.
Why do not we have transport from our home to XYZ position? And they're answered and they are documented and published. So that way we are in a way showing to the organization that we hear you. And this town hall was not just a one-way communication. Whatever your problems, whatever your visions are, any suggestions that you may have, bring it on. Let's discuss this on the table. And we publish that. And post that, again, we have a survey. That's one way that really helps us.
What you talk in town hall is not that, because generally town hall will not be long duration there because attention span is not that much, right? So you talk about the broad messages, broad direction that organization or department wants to go forward or go towards. The important of that is after town hall, what you do. That is the most important activity. And in that one, if you say we discuss these 3 topics, and these are the 10 actions we are going to take, these are the timelines, these are the leaders who will drive that action, that makes it something more real. Including if there is in the town hall, before the town hall, if companies kind of understand through formal, informal channel with the employees about what they want to hear. So it becomes more real and not just a top-down message coming in, which is all numbers, this is what we want to do, great, and assuming that everything will work fine and everyone will get motivated. That doesn't happen in real world. So taking those action, putting the ownership, giving the timelines, and if something has been already done, sharing that this has been already been done, and these are the people who are either benefited or are going to be benefited.
Core, we need to ask that question, why do you want to have a town hall? The purpose of town hall is not a one-way communication, it is the engagement of employees. And the engagement of employees only will happen when it is a both-way communication. And that is exactly what you were saying, that what we do typically is that we do the town hall, then we open up for a Q&A. We try to answer as much as possible. So we, the leadership team, we'll all actually participate in a panel and a chat, kind of real-time chat. We talk. If it is a physical town hall, we do it on the stage. If it is a virtual, we try to answer the Q&A. But we also take certain actions that if these were the few of the structural actions which we need to take, like there's a composition issue, there is a transportation issue, there is a housing issue. So we take those structural actions and we come back to the next town hall. These were the things which we wanted to address. We did address what you asked. So basically trying to create a connect. That is the main purpose, that are we listening? Are we listening to the employees? Okay, that's more about. It's not a one-way employee listening only to the leaders. It is other way around also. You listening to the employees.
That will decide what typically is the structure of that town hall and what is the messaging that you do. When you ask that question, what came to my mind is Apple annual sort of town halls or Microsoft annual town halls. Super engaging. Now it fits for a typical large-scale product company, but so much enthusiasm and excitement because they are annually and they have made the culture that throughout the year they would innovate, they would productize, and they would launch on the town hall, and everybody is looking forward to globally, not just Microsoft and Apple, everybody globally looking forward to their town hall to say what is what is the new element that they are incorporating and publishing. Right now, for other type of companies it would be a little different, non-product companies, but it is very important to say, have I created a ritual that through that engagement, whether it is a business briefing or whether it is an employee engagement, what is that we sort of share with the employees, and what is that we take away from the employees to act on, right? And then how am I giving them the confidence that we have been doing it, historically, which goes back to the previous question also, right? Am I am I acting on it, and hence creating that trail and trust? I think that is also important.
Just would like to add, sorry for being late, but I'm from Northern Trust Bank, and it's one of the largest investment banking organization. We've been actually setting up the technology organizations back in offshore here. So coming back to your questions in terms of basically what are the rituals and practices that we follow after the town hall and take the feedback. To be very precise, in fact, we have a very formal method and very informal method to capture the feedback. A formal method, in fact, we are practicing something called as a tool that is called a Slido, which basically captures the feedback without naming the people. One is with naming the people and without naming the people. When it comes to with naming the people, the feedback which really comes is very different. Whereas when you actually have names not put onto the questions, the feedback that really comes is very, very different. And that's the one feedback which is basically when we put off the names. Those feedbacks are very, very important. Those are genuine feedbacks which really comes up, which nearly actually has to be taken up very seriously, because that's the genuine feedback from the bottoms up. Second thing that we have been really practicing well is once the town hall has been done, we make an informal meetings at level 1, level 2, -1, -2. And those feedbacks are really captured well and then goes to the top. So those feedbacks are also very informal feedbacks, which are very well captured and then taken to the top for to be actioned in the next town halls. So those are something which is very formal and informal methods of basically practicing practical ways to capture the feedbacks from the bottoms up.
I think the other one is to be consistent. Like, in the initial town halls, people might not react. They will watch whether they can trust, whether we are authentic about what we are doing or saying. So over time, actually, the feedback comes more naturally. So that is also there. It's just not, if it's a one-off event, maybe, you might not get the right feedback. And I agree with him on that. Anonymity, when that kind of a thing is done, you get better feedback. Reality is really, seen.
He launched a town hall initiative wherein he traveled to all the offices in India personally and actually took a town hall with a couple of hundred people, right? And the way they incorporated the ritual back is they got the feedback in some form or the other, and they sort of took that feedback and made it actionable. One quick instance of mine where I was personally present because I was doing a leadership program for them, for their directors. He walks up to the director, the CEO in a town hall, after the town hall. He shakes his hand and then he says, "Can I know your name, please? I have to ask it for the first time, but I'll never forget it for the rest of my life." I mean, that was such a powerful statement to make from the CEO of Deloitte India, right? And he is known for his amazing memory. So walk the talk, I think, ritualize your practices, lead from the front are some of the rituals that need to get embedded, and the CEO needs to lead it by his own actions, is what I would say.
In fact, one of the feedbacks that I would like to just add up on. In fact, this is one remembrance that I have from my Hindustan Lever days. The town hall, which has been carried over by the CEO of Hindustan Lever, you mostly have all the senior managers and above participating into it. And the one ritual that he actually follows, and this is a culture from Hindu HLL, to basically pick up anyone from the audience and tell them to come on on the podium and give a business feedback. Now, this particular ritual that has been followed obviously keeps everyone on the toes. That's one. He obviously needs to have the complete feedback from his bottom up, need to be ready with it, and ensure that feedback is actually passed online to the entire organization. So that is one ritual that I've seen actually given a lot of prompt feedback.